Hey guys, it's Aya here. Thank you so much for watching this channel. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to your guides and your guardian angels that led you here. I appreciate you. And so I wanted to talk about not allowing, not allowing narcissists to tell you that you're not important. Living and growing up with narcissistic people and being around narcissistic people, their main message within them is that they're not important. And because empathic, highly sensitive people connect, we naturally connect. It almost hurts us to cut off our absorption of energy because to us, everything's good, everybody's good, everything's sacred. Like we trust, we're open, we listen. The listening part to with a narcissist really gets us in deep trouble. It's like you can't listen to everything a narcissist says. You can't absorb you just can't do that. It's not safe. They're not feeding you the health and well-being, the joy, the the care bear share frequency that you deserve. You deserve that because that's what you give, honey. You deserve what you give. You deserve it back, you know? And everybody is not capable, or in that space. Like everybody has not started getting out of the Stone Age yet, unfortunately. There's a lot of people still in the Dark Ages. And we're all becoming enlivened and awakened and letting the light of consciousness and truth in. And by us living our lives, because since we're like pack animals, humans, we follow each other. We follow the leader, so to speak. And sometimes that makes us feel like we're going to get in trouble too. And I also wanted to talk about that. I can relate to it all. It is the most annoying thing to live and breathe on this earth and to care so much about people and to care so much about respecting other people and for people to not be able to respect you for who you are and for how God made you. And since I've gotten back from St. Thomas, I mean, I was already in my bag about that. That's why I moved. That's why I moved. That's why I made that trek. That's why I was all up someplace else where I don't know nobody, where don't nobody know me. And the thing is, there I was there as well. Like wherever you are in your process, that's just how the world turns. That's how the tables will turn. And I'm still coming up out of that. I'm finding that as I peek out and be like, this is who I am. This is how I live my life. This is how I want to be known. Like I made my business cards. I made my business cards, which is a big deal for me. I live in a very conservative part of town. Okay. And when I tell people I do tarot readings, everybody's like, oh, everybody needs a reading, right? Everybody needs a reading. And then I give them my business cards, and then they're like, and wait, if I'm in Uber, I'll give them like a little stack to give to others. And they're like, well, what if people think it's weird, girl? Weird. I've heard that twice this week. You're like, you don't want people to think you're weird. You know what? I've talked about this before in other videos. When I was a kid and people would call me weird, I would literally want to beat them up because that was a sign to me that I am not like accepted. Like I'm not going to be loved. I'm not part of the group. I'm not in. I'm outside, and that hurts. That hurts my feelings. And And I wasn't here for it. And I'm still not here for it, you know? And I feel like that's why healers exist, to make the world better for us, not just for you. But if everybody wakes up and heals, then we can be accepted as well, you know? And something else popped into my mind, and I'm just going to say it. Please always, if you can, just even trade with a healer, because there's lots of healers in the world who give away healings for free because they just have a passion and they want to share it with you. Give them something, because in ancient societies, in more civil societies, the medicine women and the medicine men, the shamans and the healers were all taken care of by the community, you know. And I know a lot of times people who need to be healed the most, who are the most broken, are broke. They don't have money. So I don't charge much, you know. Um, and I have given a lot of free sessions in my life, and I had to get used to the idea of charging. I didn't feel like people should have to charge for something that they should get like for free, which is love and connection. But um, that's just not right. Like, there needs to be an exchange of energy. It takes a lot of energy for me to give readings and stuff. I had to go to a Reiki healer and get my chakras checked out in the line, and she told me that my third eye was like like open too much, you know. So, but you know what? That's a normal feeling for me. Like, I feel most normal when I'm like connected psychically to everything, when I'm reading everything. But I realized that shutting that down, sometimes people, like, I was at the Korean spa before Thanksgiving, and I met a woman, and she was like, "Can you read me?" I'm like, "I could," And back in the day, I would have just like, psh, but I wasn't even open. Like, I had like shut it all down. Like, I wasn't reading her. I wasn't reading her life. I wasn't reading what she needed to be healed. I didn't want to. And that's interesting. I've never been there before. I've never shut it all down like that before. So that's nice. Um, in order for you to be yourself around people who make you feel like they're going to kick you out of their space, and you need a place to live, and you need food to eat, clothes, shelter. It's like your security is connected to people and places that don't support who you really are. You really have to insist upon it. There is no other way. You keep up your spiritual practice and you get stronger as a person, and your self-esteem, and valuing yourself. If people see you valuing yourself, they will value you. People treat you how you treat yourself. So you just do your thing. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone, because words don't mean anything to a lot of people, but actions speak louder than words. And eventually it's a time traveling thing as well. It's like it's a habit type of thing. If people keep seeing you do the same things over and over again, they'll know that's you. But if you keep going back and forth between like trying to please them, you're like, "Hey, I'm like y'all." Uh, uh, uh. Don't do that. That's a waste of your time and your energy, and it's giving people the wrong idea about you, and it makes people treat you in a way that isn't really who you are, and it makes you feel like nobody knows you, nobody accepts you for who you are. At least if you're being who you are and people don't accept you, then you still have you. When you're being who other people want you to be, and um and they reject you, still, then you don't even have it. You don't have nothing then. If you don't have yourself, you don't have anything. And it's an illusion that you can be friends with someone without being yourself. And, you know, being yourself means that if you are into anime, don't hide it. If you like sushi, eat it around people. Even if people be, ew, you're like, girl, this is good. I like it. It's the same thing with spirituality. If you believe in guardian angels, now I'm not going to say argue. Don't argue about anything. You don't owe anybody anything. Don't ever. I never, ever. I never argue with anybody about anything I believe in. And just because I don't talk about it all the time doesn't mean I don't hold it dear and sacred. But if you ask me, I will politely was like, Asia, do you believe in guardian angel? Yes. Are you a Christian? There's lots of religions in the world. And they honestly are all have the same archetypes running through them. So we're basically all like connected to the same energies. And then people go, what does that mean? So is you or ain't you? You don't have to fight about what you hold sacred. And you also don't have to deny it either. You know, it just all depends on where you are, who you are. And I will tell people, I'm like, there are certain things that aren't up for debate for me. You know, and I have my boundaries. You know, I can use discernment. You can tell if somebody's like just looking to be abusive, or if they are truly looking for understanding. Yeah. Yeah, so not just working and not just living to get along with people builds self-respect. And also, when you have self-respect, the other respects you, because as above, so below, as within, so without. The more you build your self-respect, and you can do that in the quietude of your own being. You can just build your self-respect on your own. Everything doesn't have to be yelled from the mountaintops. What is understood needs no understanding. It's like it's a self thing anyway. It's called self-respect. So you don't owe anybody any explanation about who you are, where you're going when you go out. You don't have to. I'm going to meditate. You don't have to tell people, not until you're ready. But just keep up your practices, and maybe don't talk to people. And you know, I know sometimes if you live around certain people, they want you to be friendly so that they can judge or whatever. Nobody wants to absorb that energy, girl. So just hop in your Uber and go and be like, I went to a support group. You know, just sometimes you have to say things in a way where people don't throw back some energy you don't like. That's what I do personally. That is what I do. Okay? Peace.